I don't smoke, but I do take edibles. Yo, okay, I did edibles too. For my 100 stream, I did an edible. Dude, edibles are dangerous, bro. I'd be careful. People say you can't get addicted to weed. You can't get addicted to edibles. I was doing Delta H edibles. And, I mean, I said Delta H? What the f*** is that? Delta 8, I meant to say. I was doing those, man. Funny story, actually, if you could even call this funny. It's kind of more just depressing. For a while, if you know me in real life, I've been kind of like a goody two-shoes, right? Like, I would never, ever, ever do a drug, man. I went all through high school, no drugs. Your boy was clean. I went all through high school, no alcohol. Your boy was clean. Well, one day I met this guy. One day I met this guy on VR chat, and we became really good friends. His name was Hunter. We were friends for like 4 solid years. We would always play VR chat like every day together for hours. I go to hang out with him. You know, he lives in, where did he live? New Jersey. I took a plane to New Jersey it was like before Christmas, probably about the beginning of December, maybe about 2 years ago, I did this. I went out there, and before I went, I was like, okay, bro. I want you to know this before I even get there. I don't do drugs, okay? And at the time, my dude was like heavy edibles. Like, he was doing that partying and stuff. I was like, okay, bro. I don't want to go there and you peer pressure me to do this. I want us to be like cool. I want us to be able to have fun without getting high. Meme only drinks on special occasions. Yeah, that's probably the way it should be. So, you know, it's healthier that way, you know. Alcohol's dangerous. Weed, everything like that is dangerous. Anything that changes perception is dangerous. But so I get there. We're hanging out. One day, it's fine. It's fun as crap. Next day, we chilling on the couch, right? He's got like a second story. We chilling. He's like, bro. And then he pulls something out of his pocket. He pulls out the edible can. I'm like, no. I was like, bro, what? I told you I don't want to do this. He's like, come on, man. It could be fun. Jonesy is clean of drugs. W. Jonesy. Thanks, bro. And I was like, okay. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll try it. So I took an edible. It was a 25 milligram edible. I took half because I didn't want to be like tripping balls. I didn't want to puke and stuff. So we did it. We're chilling on the couch for like a solid hour. We're sitting there laying. And for some reason, his was kicking in a little bit later, even though he's been doing it for longer than I have. So we're sitting there, we're chilling. And he's like, bro, we're sitting there for like an hour, solid hour, just literally on our phones. I'm like so nervous. I'm like shaking. I'm like, okay, this is scary. I've never done a drug before. What is this going to be like? An hour goes past. He's like, dude, I'm not feeling it. Maybe I should take another one. Maybe we should take another one. He's like, are you feeling it? And I'm like, nah. I'm not feeling nothing right now. I'm not feeling nothing. Yep, I took 15 milligrams first time. A half of a cube edible that was worth 25. Now sitting there chilling. His finally starts kicking in. I'm like, all I hear, I'm just sitting there on my phone on TikTok. He's like, oh, yep, there it goes. I feel my toes. Like, wait, what? You feel your toes? What are you talking about? It tends to kick in quicker for someone who doesn't do it rather than someone who does. Well, this time was different for me, bro. It took me... His kicked in like after an hour. My kicked in 30 minutes after his. And I was like, okay, what the f? It felt like my body was... You know, like... You guys that never have done something like this. And I'm not recommending that you do. Because it can start a bad habit and stuff like that. But I'm just saying this from my experience. You know, just as kind of like an educational thing. I was sitting on, you know, like that feeling where you're sitting on your leg or your arm or something, and it starts getting numb, and it kind of feels like pricklies. You know what I'm talking about, right? It kind of feels like TV static, but in your arm or something. You know what I'm saying? That was my entire lower body. It was like, brrr. I was like, whoa, this is weird. And then after that, I start giggling. He's like, it's kicked in. It's kicked in. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's kicked in? This is what it feels like to be high? I'm like, this ain't all what it's made out to be, bro. It's kind of a little bit goofy. So we go into the bedroom. Me and him are in the bedroom. We are straight up playing charades, bro. We have the God of War soundtrack playing right now. We hear, oh, say, oh, hey. Like literally God of War music. And we're like, Atreus, stand down, Atreus. I'm like, no, father, no. And we're literally having like a battle as like Atreus and God like Atreus and Kratos. We're having a war battle right now. Time goes by. I'm laying on the bed. He's like pacing the room. And we're just like giggling. We cannot stop giggling. We're just laughing. Like, bro. His mom walks in the room. His mom walks in the room while I'm laying on the bed just straight up like this. Literally like Beavis and Butthead. Like literally I was doing that. I was just giggling at bullshit. Because he was walking around talking to himself. I thought that was like literally the funniest thing ever. His mom walks in and she starts talking to Hunter. And he's like having a full-on conversation with this lady. And I cannot barely even understand what's going on. I'm just like, she walks in, I'm just staring at her, bro. I'm like that to her. And she's like, "Are you okay, Blake?" And I stare at her for like a solid 5 seconds. And I literally just laughed at her face. I was like, I start doing that to her. And then she's like, "Okay, I see you're all right. Okay. We're all good then. Okay." And then Hunter's like, "Yeah, he's going." She starts talking to Hunter again. I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm just in the giggly mode right now." And she's like, "It's all good. It's all good." I have some sort of level of respect for his mom, but also I feel like she's kind of a mom. Because like if you would just let your kid like do edibles with his friends in your house, I feel like that's kind of iffy. But I was like, whatever. Hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. Yeah, my first time was 2 months ago, and it was so foreign to anything I've ever felt before. Nah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Edibles are so sick because you can get them anywhere, right? But I gotta warn you guys, if you're trying that stuff, I know it's legal and stuff. I didn't think I could get addicted to it. He was always like, "No, you don't get addicted to edibles. You just get addicted to the feeling." First off, I was doing it once a week when I got back home. I ordered me some when I was leaving New Jersey. Got here like a week later. I did it like once a week for like a month. And then I did it twice a week for like a month. Then I did it 3 times a week. And then I was like, whatever. It's not really hurting nobody. I'll just do whatever the hell I feel like it. So I was doing it like almost every day. And it like fucks up your memory. You do it so much, your short-term memory becomes, you cannot remember anything. Like I would be at work working and I would get a text telling me to do something, right? And then I'll get a text an hour later like, "Did you do it?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't even remember this happening." But then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna quit altogether because it's kind of just messing with me.